Luxury takes many forms, but only a few names have perfected the art of measuring time with power, precision, and prestige. These 17 Swiss watch brands don't just track hours, they redefine what true luxury means. Number 17. Vacheron Constantin. Founded in 1755 by Jean-Marc Vacheron and François Constantin, Vacheron Constantin stands as the oldest continuously operating watchmaker in the world. Yet, it often flies just under the radar compared to Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet. Its timeless motto, "Do better if possible, and that is always possible," sums up a legacy of quiet excellence that's endured for nearly 270 years. What sets Vacheron apart isn't hype, but depth. The brand's collection stretches from simple refined three-handers to mind-bending perpetual calendars, minute repeaters, and the sport luxury masterpiece, the Overseas collection. Among recent highlights, the Overseas Perpetual Calendar Ultra-Thin Skeleton showcases a breathtaking open-work dial, while the Traditionnel Tourbillon blends old-world craftsmanship with technical precision. Then there's the Patrimony Minute Repeater, a minimalist piece that chimes time with elegance few brands can rival. In 2025, collectors are rediscovering Vacheron's subtle power, a brand that doesn't scream wealth, but whispers mastery. It remains the connoisseur's choice within the holy trinity of watchmaking, where legacy and innovation merge in every hand-polished tick. Number 16. Blancpain. Founded in 1735 by Jean-Jacques Blancpain, this Swiss powerhouse predates the United States itself, making it one of the oldest watch brands still ticking today. Now part of the Swatch Group, Blancpain has built a legacy rooted in both rugged performance and exquisite craftsmanship. Its defining moment came in 1953 with the birth of the 50 Fathoms, one of the world's first true diver's watches. Co-designed with Nageurs de Combat, the elite French Navy combat swimmers, it became a trusted companion for U.S. Navy SEALs and other American military divers. Decades later, the 50 Fathom still stands as Blancpain's crown jewel, a fusion of deep-sea durability and Swiss elegance. But the brand's mastery doesn't end underwater. In the luxurious Villeray collection, pieces like the Villeray Complete Calendar showcase refined classical design, while the Blancpain 1735 Grande Complication remains a technical marvel, packing a tourbillon, moon phase, perpetual calendar, minute repeater, and split-seconds chronograph into a surprisingly slim case. Few brands balance heritage and innovation this seamlessly, a testament to nearly 290 years of relentless perfection. Number 15. Baume Mercier. Founded in 1830 by brothers Louis Victor and Celestin Baume, this Swiss house began as Frère Baume and later evolved into Baume Mercier after a 1918 partnership with Paul Mercier. From the start, it broke tradition, creating jewelry-style watches for women long before the rest of the industry caught on. Now under the Richemont Group, the brand remains a bridge between high-end Swiss artistry and accessible luxury. Its watches, often powered by dependable Swiss automatic movements, feature day-date, chronograph, and even perpetual calendar complications, typically ranging from $2,000 to $8,000. The real leap forward came with the brand's in-house Baumatic movement, known for 5-day power reserve and near-chronometer accuracy, showcased in models like the Clifton Moon Phase. Then, there's the revival of an icon, the Riviera collection. First launched in 1973, it roared back in 2021 with a modern integrated bracelet design, followed by a chronograph in 2022 and the Riviera Azur Diver in 2023. Each new addition proves Baume Mercier's enduring formula: heritage design, mechanical integrity, and understated sophistication that quietly challenges the industry's louder luxury names. Number 14. Breguet. Few watchmakers have shaped time itself like Abraham Louis Breguet, who founded his namesake brand in 1775 and changed horology forever. By 1801, he had patented the tourbillon, a mechanism designed to counter gravity's pull on a watch's movement, a feat still revered over 2 centuries later. And in 1830, he pioneered the first self-winding watch with a crown, eliminating the old winding key and setting a new standard for convenience and innovation. Breguet's creations became the mark of power and prestige, worn by King George III, Marie Antoinette, and Winston Churchill. Even his signature Breguet hands, introduced in 1783, continue to define the brand's aesthetic today, most prominently seen in the Classique collection. Modern Breguet remains a masterclass in craftsmanship and legacy. The Classique Extra Plat Tourbillon, starting around $80,000, stands among the thinnest and most refined in existence. Meanwhile, the Horamundi and Equation of Time showcase the brand's technical brilliance, and the Marine and Types X lines extend Breguet's legacy to the seas and skies. Each piece carries a heartbeat of history, precision, and the genius of a man who forever changed how time is kept. Number 13. Franck Muller. Franck Muller stands as one of watchmaking's great paradoxes, part fashion icon, part horological genius. Known for its flamboyant dials, oversized numerals, and bold case shapes, the brand's designs made a splash in the early 2000s before fading from the mainstream spotlight. Yet, behind that flashy exterior lies an engineering powerhouse that quietly pushed the boundaries of what a wristwatch could do. Between 2010 and 2025, Franck Muller held the record for creating the most complicated wristwatch in the world, the Eternitas Mega. This masterpiece contained a staggering 1,483 individual components and packed 36 complications, including a perpetual calendar, multiple time zones, and a tourbillon that keeps perfect balance against gravity. The price tag for this mechanical marvel crossed $1 million, placing it among the rarest and most complex watches ever made. Even with quartz models on the pre-owned market for under $10,000, Franck Muller remains a brand of dual identities, accessible on the surface, yet deeply sophisticated underneath. Every watch, from the simple to the astronomical, reflects the audacity of a watchmaker who refused to play by the rules. Number 12. Panerai Officine. Panerai's story reads like a sudden rise from obscurity to legend. Founded in 1860 by Giovanni Panerai in Florence, it began as a humble watch shop and watchmaking school before shifting gears into military service. The brand's defining moment came with the creation of the Radio Mirror, a dive watch developed for the Italian Royal Navy that used a special luminescent paint originally designed for firearms to make its dials glow in total darkness. That radioactive glow gave the Radio Mirror both its name and its reputation. The next evolution arrived with the Luminor, featuring an upgraded luminescent compound and the now iconic crown guard system that enhanced both durability and water resistance. In the early years, these watches were actually built by Rolex, but remained strictly military issue. Everything changed in 1997 when the Richemont Group acquired Panerai and opened it to the public. Soon after, Hollywood heavyweights like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger turned the brand into a pop culture symbol of rugged sophistication. Today, the Luminor collection ranges from $5,000 to over $15,000, blending vintage military toughness with unmistakable Italian style. Number 11. Founded in 1980, Hublot entered the luxury watch scene like a rule breaker at a royal ball. While traditional brands clung to gold and leather, Hublot stunned everyone by combining a gold case with a rubber strap, a pairing that was practically scandalous at the time. That bold experiment defined its DNA, fearless, loud, and unapologetically modern. The turning point came in 2005 with the launch of the Big Bang, a watch that didn't ask for attention, it demanded it. Its layered case design, industrial screws, and oversized silhouette made it an instant hit among athletes, musicians, and red carpet icons. Every piece looked like a mechanical sculpture meant to be seen. Prices start around $10,000, but easily soar past $50,000 for versions dressed in ceramic, carbon fiber, or diamond-studded cases. Traditionalists often dismiss Hublot as too flashy, but that's precisely where its power lies. It redefined what a luxury watch could be: sporty, experimental, and proudly unconventional. In a world of quiet heritage, Hublot became the voice that shouted through the silence, one bold tick at a time. Number 10. IWC. In 1868, an ambitious American watchmaker named Florentine Ariosto Jones set up shop in the quiet town of Schaffhausen, deep in the German-speaking part of Switzerland, far from the traditional hubs of luxury watchmaking. That bold move gave birth to IWC Schaffhausen, a brand built on engineering precision and fearless innovation. Its history is tightly linked to aviation. During World War II, IWC created the legendary B-Ur pilot's watch for the Luftwaffe, followed by the iconic Mark 11 for the British Royal Air Force, both designed for accuracy under pressure. The brand later broke boundaries again with the world's first ceramic pilot's chronograph, the Reference 3705, and the ultra-tough Top Gun series. But IWC's story doesn't stop in the skies. The Portugueser brought timeless elegance. The Aquatimer tackled ocean depths, and the Ocean 2000, built from titanium, redefined lightweight durability. Today, the Big Pilot, with its bold crown and military roots, sells between $9,000 and $15,000, a modern symbol of strength and precision. More than a watchmaker, IWC has spent over 150 years mastering the balance between military grit and refined sophistication. Number 9. Vacheron Constantin. Founded in 1755, Vacheron Constantin has been perfecting the art of watchmaking since before the United States even existed. Jean-Marc Vacheron and François Constantin built a legacy defined by precision, elegance, and restraint, values that still separate the brand from its flashier rivals. While names like Patek Philippe and Audemars Piguet often steal the spotlight, Vacheron has earned a quieter kind of reverence among serious collectors who recognize craftsmanship over hype. Its guiding motto, "Do better if feasible, and that is always possible," is no empty slogan. It lives inside masterpieces like the Overseas Perpetual Calendar Ultra-Thin Skeleton, a technical and visual marvel commanding around $130,000, and the Traditionnel Twin Beat, which adjusts its power reserve with the wearer's activity. Then there's the Patrimony Minute Repeater, a poetic blend of silence and sound that tells time through delicate chimes. Vacheron doesn't chase trends or noise, it refines them. After nearly 270 years, the brand remains a masterclass in subtle innovation, proving that true luxury whispers where others shout. Number 8. Richard Mille. Born in 2001, Richard Mille tore through the watch world like a Formula One engine at full throttle. Instead of following the centuries-old luxury playbook, it rewrote it with tonneau-shaped cases, space-age materials, and performance inspired by aerospace engineering. The debut RM001, developed with Audemars Piguet, was a mechanical revolution, built to withstand stress tests that would destroy most traditional movements. Then came the RM2704, created for Rafael Nadal, weighing less than 1 ounce, yet capable of surviving the brutal G-forces of professional tennis. For those chasing extremes, the RM56 Sapphire looks like a block of frozen light, while the Bonbon collection added candy-colored chaos to hot horology. These watches aren't built for subtle wrists or modest wallets. Prices start at $80,000 and can soar beyond $2 million. Each piece feels more like wearable engineering than jewelry, designed for athletes, billionaires, and collectors obsessed with pushing limits. Richard Mille didn't just enter the luxury scene, it detonated it, proving that the future of watchmaking could be both outrageous and precise. Number 7. Audemars Piguet. In 1875, a horological powerhouse began when Jules Louis Audemars and Edward Auguste Piguet united their talents in the Vallée de Joux. Before achieving global recognition, this nascent company was the quiet genius behind the scenes, crafting intricate movements for prominent names like Tiffany & Co. Their early dedication to complexity led to a world first in 1892, the creation of the very first minute repeater wristwatch for Louis Brandt. However, the true seismic shift occurred in 1972 with the debut of the legendary Royal Oak. Penned by the iconic designer Gérald Jonta, this timepiece was a rebellious marvel, shockingly rendered in stainless steel and carrying a price tag higher than many gold counterparts. This audacious, octagonal blueprint now forms the core identity of the brand, with modern Royal Oak and offshore models commanding prices between $25,000 and over $400,000. Demonstrating a persistent push for evolution, the marque launched the sleek Code 11.59 dress watches in 2019, while simultaneously honoring its heritage with the revival of the Remaster 01 series. For nearly 150 years, the fusion of deep tradition and forward-thinking innovation has been relentless, ensuring every tick carries significant weight. Number 6. Tudor. The brilliant mind behind Rolex, Hans Wilsdorf, subtly established the foundation for Tudor back in 1926. Officially launching in 1946, the brand's goal was ambitious: to offer the essence of a Rolex without the prohibitive cost. This strategy proved highly effective, cementing Tudor's reputation for producing durable, purposeful tool watches that combined reliable Swiss movements with cases and bracelets manufactured by Rolex itself. An early milestone arrived in 1952, when the Oyster Prince demonstrated its robustness during a Royal Navy expedition to Greenland. The subsequent Tudor Submariner became a choice for military forces globally, a run that lasted until the digital watch boom of the 90s. A crucial pivot point was reached in 2013, marking Tudor's powerful re-entry into the North American market. Models like the Blancpain and Pelagos instantly captivated enthusiasts, mixing vintage aesthetics with modern, rugged specifications. Leading this resurgence today is the Blancpain 58, which retails for around $3,900, perfectly balancing classic size with daily functionality. Tudor's identity as a tool-focused, high-value, and inherently cool brand is continuously being refined, attracting a rapidly expanding community of dedicated fans. Number 5. Patek Philippe. A history of setting the bar for high horology stretches back to 1839, when Antoni Patek and François Chapek launched their venture. This independent, family-owned firm quickly became a pioneer, notably credited with introducing the world's first split-seconds chronograph and the very first perpetual calendar wristwatch. While the dressy Calatrava, released in 1932, became a reference point for subtle sophistication, the launch of the steel-cased Nautilus in 1976 was a watershed moment that aggressively disrupted the luxury market, and it remains a centerpiece on many collector wish lists today. Testament to the brand's extraordinary craftsmanship is the staggering auction price of the unique Grandmaster Chime 6300A-0110, which fetched $31.99 million. Even with prices typically starting around $30,000 and climbing well past $1 million, Patek Philippe continues to innovate, as seen in newer complex pieces like the Calatrava Pilot Travel Time. For those fortunate enough to own one, it represents far more than a device for telling time. It is a profound piece of legacy on the wrist. Number 4. Omega. The foundation for Omega was laid in 1848 by a young Louis Brandt, originally under the name La Générale Watch Co. By 1903, the enduring name Omega was adopted, marking the beginning of a lineage defined by technical prowess. The brand secured its place in history through significant inventions, including the tourbillon, the minute repeater, and the revolutionary coaxial escapement. Its credibility extends to official appointments, serving as the official timekeeper of the Olympic Games since 1932, and achieving enduring pop culture status as James Bond's watch of choice since 1995. Yet no achievement shines brighter than the one in 1969, when the Omega Speedmaster became the first watch worn on the moon, earning a stamp of approval from NASA for the Apollo 11 mission, a feat that transcends marketing. With military forces like the U.S. Army having relied on its durability, the brand's toughness is undeniable. Modern icons, such as the Silver Snoopy Award Speedmaster, fuel collector interest, with prices for Omega models ranging from $6,000 to over $50,000. Number 3. Tissot. Emerging from the Swiss Jura Mountains in 1853, Tissot began its journey of quiet innovation, pioneered by the father-son duo, Charles Félicien and Charles-Émile Tissot. This company was a technological trailblazer long before digital manufacturers entered the scene, marking several world firsts. These achievements include the original dual-time pocket watch, the Anti-Magnétique in 1930, the planet's first anti-magnetic timepiece, and the pioneering T-Touch in 1999, a multifunction touchscreen watch that preceded the current smartwatch craze by more than 10 years. Now operating under the Swatch Group, Tissot's global reach is staggering, producing over 4 million watches annually and distributing them to more than 160 countries. The brand is celebrated for offering outstanding value. For instance, the C-Star 2000 provides robust dive watch capabilities for only around $1,000, while the Heritage 1973 chronograph captures retro motorsport style for approximately $2,000. Through high-profile partnerships with organizations like the NBA and the Tour de France, Tissot ensures its reliable timekeeping is visible everywhere. Number 2. Jaeger-LeCoultre. Tracing its origins to the Valet de Joux in 1833, Jaeger-LeCoultre forged its formidable reputation out of the public eye, earning the revered title, the watchmaker of watchmakers. The company quietly influenced horology for almost 2 centuries, creating movements so sophisticated that they were frequently adopted by rival luxury firms. This commitment to technical mastery is mirrored in its symmetrical, clean designs, a philosophy that prioritizes enduring elegance over transient trends. The most recognizable creation is undoubtedly the Reverso, conceived in 1931 specifically for polo players. With an ingenious flip of the case, the watch crystal could be shielded during aggressive matches, a blend of function and elegance yet to be surpassed. Today, a new Reverso begins at approximately $6,000, with highly complex versions reaching well over $90,000. Another distinctive piece is the Polaris Memovox, a diver's model featuring a rare and functional mechanical alarm, which has inspired several popular reissues. Whether showcasing the ultra-thin finesse of the Master Series or the complex mechanics of the Duometre, Jaeger-LeCoultre pieces embody a restrained and extraordinary precision. Number 1. Rolex. Emerging from London in 1905, before relocating to Switzerland in 1919, Rolex established itself as the undisputed benchmark in the watch industry, a name that requires virtually no explanation. Its portfolio is filled with iconic models that serve as category-defining examples, including the Submariner, Daytona, and Datejust. The Submariner, with entry prices around $9,000, essentially codified the requirements for a professional dive watch. Similarly, the Daytona, starting at $15,000 and escalating quickly, has reigned over the chronograph landscape, bolstered by its motorsport heritage and strong appeal among celebrities. Despite its dominant position, the brand often sparks debate. The tight control over production and famously long waiting lists intensify global desire, while simultaneously causing widespread frustration among enthusiasts. Even minor changes, such as a subtle 1mm increase in the Submariner's case size, can create substantial conversation across its dedicated following. Regardless of whether its reputation is embraced or scrutinized, Rolex maintains an unparalleled influence, treating every new model and every tiny detail as a meticulously calculated move, thereby guaranteeing the world remains captivated and expectant. If this journey through the world's finest Swiss watchmakers kept you hooked till the last tick, don't let it stop here. Hit that like button, share this video with your fellow watch enthusiasts, and subscribe to the channel for more stories that turn timepieces into legends. Every click helps keep the gears turning, and the next masterpiece might be just one tick away.